Are you in an extremely hot marketplace where you're expected to receive multiple offers and have some questions as to which one you should ultimately select? Well, this video is for you. Hey, real estate friends, what's going on? It's Mike Gold here with RE/MAX Alliance. In today's vlog post, I'm going to highlight why the highest offer isn't necessarily the best offer for you to be selecting. Let me explain this a little bit more. When you receive a purchase offer for your home, you're going to be considering a lot of different things beyond just the highest potential price. You may potentially have cash offers that come into play. The major benefit with the cash offers is that the vast majority of the contingencies or ways in which that a buyer can terminate the contract are all but eliminated. With cash offers, you don't have to worry about financing. You don't have to worry about appraisals, and typically they'll close in a much shorter time period. So you expedite the waiting period to be able to sell your house. So again, if timing is an issue and the least amount of stress and inconvenience, well, then a cash offer should certainly speak to you. And anytime someone's offering cash, well, they're going to want some value in return. So ultimately, that cash offer might be a little bit less than, say, a financed offer. And that brings me to point number two. So if you don't have a cash offer that comes into play, or if the cash offer is significantly less than any sort of your financed offers, you may not want to choose the highest contract that's financed, depending upon the buyer's qualifications. You might have an FHA or VA buyer, and the down payment requirement of those particular loan products is going to be significantly less than, say, a conventional buyer that's going to be bringing 3 to 20% down. And again, the more money that the buyer is bringing down, the more likely that they are able to be more qualified than the other types of programs and products. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that the other loan options aren't a good one, but it means that the buyer that is coming with more money typically is going to be fraught with less risk. And when evaluating the offers, we're looking at it from a risk assessment. So again, just because they're willing to pay more doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be able to complete that, which in any offer, whether it is a conventional FHA, VA, or a down payment requirement, you're going to need to look at the appraisal requirements. If they are offering the most amount of money for the home and there's no appraisal requirement in there, especially a finance, then they may not be able to proceed forward with that contract because the home is not going to be validated from the bank that it's worth that much. So let me unpack that a little bit. An appraisal provision indicates that the buyer is willing to be able to buy the home at the contracted price, regardless of what the home appraises for. Or in the offers that we write, we typically state that we will buy the home at the price that we offered in the contract, but it has to appraise for at least the listed price. So to give you some numbers, if you sell a home at $500,000, the offer comes in $50,000 above that listed price. So long as it appraised at $500,000, not the $550,000, well, then our buyer would move forward with the contract. So again, just because it's the highest price, if there's not an appraisal gap coverage, it means that that buyer could still walk. In closing, the highest price offer doesn't necessarily win. You want to be able to take a look to see if you value a cash offer. In the financed offer, the amount of down payment can certainly show the strength of the buyer's ability to perform. And if financed and the down payment is a requirement, you're also going to want to make sure that there is an appraisal gap coverage to ensure that the contract actually closes, or at least you have protections set forth. Again, it's Mike Gold here with RE/MAX Alliance. So if you're thinking about selling your home and you've got specific questions about the contract process, give me a phone call, an email, or contact me at my website, and I'd love to hear more about your real estate needs. Until next time.